So you want to be a better guitarist, then you need to learn to practice immersion. Immersion, um, to me, on the guitar, can happen anywhere on those four areas that we find ourselves, whether we're practicing, rehearsing, performing, or playing. I know people go, wait, how can you do immersion with performance? I know people who were working on two or three songs, and they just went around to open mics and that's all they played for 2 or 3 months. They were so wrapped up in those three pieces of songs, they immersed themselves in it, and they continued to work, and each performance was a little bit different. They immersed themselves in those three tunes. Immersion can happen if you're learning a new instrument, like playing dobro, slide guitar, lap, or otherwise, playing harp guitar. You can immerse yourself in a tuning. You can immerse yourself in one particular song. Um, when I was, when I was first learning to play the guitar, I can remember immersing myself in the first four measures of The Fisherman, where I might play that C lick for just hours and hours and hours and hours, days and days and days. One of the things that I do not believe most students of the guitar, especially those who are self-taught, I do not believe that they understand how many repetitions it can take to get a piece of music correctly arranged, choreographed, and ready for performance. And you can tell by the way I'm talking that I didn't practice this, because I'm just stepping all over my tongue. For me, immersion can happen when I am composing. About 2 or 3 weeks ago, I was working on a new piece on the high string in a tuning that I'd never played before. And that is about all I did for 5 or 6 days on the guitar. I lived with that piece of music. I woke up listening to it in my head. I went to sleep listening to it in my head. And in between, that was about the only piece of music that I played on the guitar. I could do that because I didn't have any performances coming up. And number one, it really did help me flesh out that piece of music very quickly. I didn't have anything else intruding on the process. I was also able to get the left hand and right hand choreography more or less together in that period of time. And then what I so often do is that I had immersed myself so fully that after about a week, I really needed to get a bit of perspective. And so I stepped away from that for 4 or 5 days. And this is my process. It does not have to be yours. Some people would be afraid that if they walked away for 4 or 5 days, they might forget it. I don't worry about that. That doesn't happen for me. But it does give me some perspective. But again, if you're a student and you say that you've played through a piece of music and you've only played through the piece of music twice, you're actually not practicing that piece of music. It takes way more repetitions. I'm a professional, and it's quite often that I have played through a piece thousands of times before it ever gets to the stage. Thousands. Do not undersell what happens when you work on a piece of music and you immerse yourself in it for a period of time. Time's important. If you immerse yourself, I think you can learn it faster. I memorize things faster, and then I can take it out and play it whenever I want to. So, if you're learning scales, immerse yourself in the scale. Play it over and over, maybe 200-300 times in a row. You can do it when you're watching football, baseball, basketball. Some of the stuff that's repetitive on the guitar, you can do that with. That's okay. You're building muscle memory. As long as the muscle memory part is correct, then really just doing it over and over again is important. So, you want to get better? Immerse yourself. Cheers. Check out the website, tablature. Come to a show. We could meet. It would be fun.